And you know what? There are so many things about XDefiant just by itself that are going to make it fantastic. Whether the game comes out in September or comes out in October, it doesn't matter. The fact is, XDefiant doesn't have skill-based matchmaking, and we know how big of a deal that is. Hey, what's going on, guys? Listen, I have something a little bit different for you today. I hope you stick around. We're going to be playing a different game today. We're going to be playing Titanfall 2, but we're going to continue talking about XDefiant. I want to give you guys a little bit of a look into some of the style of content that I might make here in the future when XDefiant does come out. I like doing these sort of live commentary kind of videos, so I hope you enjoy. Stick around. I have a lot to talk about regarding XDefiant today. All right, guys, I want to address something that's been kind of bugging me a little bit, and I want to talk about it today on the channel. XDefiant has been getting a lot of negativity this past week, and I mean a lot of negativity. Weirdly enough, ever since Mark Rubin came out and gave us a huge form of communication regarding the release time frame for the game, we have gotten so much negativity from people in the community, people not in the community, just negativity in general, and it's been really hard to see. I don't understand why we're all of a sudden getting to a point where we just are deciding to hate on the game. I understand being upset about the fact that the game isn't here yet and that we have to wait longer. I get it, but like, bro, we're honestly being given a treat. The fact that we are even getting this information, like, it's huge in the first place. I've made a couple posts on social media this week, both on the YouTube community tab and on my Twitter, kind of asking people where their mindset is at regarding XDefiant right now. And there's so many people that have been responding with positivity towards XDefiant, but also a ton of people who have been very negative, very dismissive, very upset. And it's just been really tough to see, honestly. There have certainly been people who have been in support of XDefiant and of Ubisoft and of Mark Rubin, etc. But it's just, I've been seeing so many people being negative, and it's been hard to see, man. I haven't enjoyed seeing all the negativity. It's been really tough. And it doesn't make any sense to me why we're getting this negativity. Like, yes, I understand, like, the game is taking longer to come out than we are anticipating and than we were hoping. And, like, I get it, right? I understand we all want to play the game. And this wait is kind of, you know, it's kind of sucky, for sure. It's definitely sucky. But, like, we don't need to go out of our way to just be completely dismissive of the game. Listen, here is the sheer matter of the fact. XDefiant is going to be a good game, whether it comes out now or it comes out in October. It doesn't matter when it comes out. It's still going to be a great game. We know this. Hey, real quick, if you guys are watching this video and you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button so you'll know every time we make brand new XDefiant videos and live streams here on the channel. Also, super special shout out to Decoy OP. I got the idea for this video from one of his newest videos where he talked about XDefiant while playing Titanfall 2. Check out his channel. The link to that will be in the description. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that the gameplay for XDefiant is suddenly going to change because it comes out in October? No, the game's not going to just change because it comes out a month after what we initially expected. Why in the world would that make any sense? The game is still going to be the same game whether it comes out in September or it comes out in October. In fact, the game could only be better if it takes a longer time to get out. That's just how it works. If it takes longer to get out, it means they're ironing out more bugs, they're getting more things squared away. It means that we're gonna have less bugs and less things to worry about when the game finally comes out. I don't understand the sentiment of getting incredibly upset because the game might come out a couple of weeks after we initially expected. I get being sad and disappointed. I understand that. But actually getting angry and thinking that the game will no longer be successful because it comes out literally a couple weeks after we initially expected just doesn't make any sense in any capacity. Anyways, I rest my case. I just don't understand why we're getting to this point. It's really disappointing as somebody who's involved in the community and has seen all of the positivity. I've talked about it multiple times in videos here on the channel that the positivity from the XDefiant community is just amazing. It's something to see, it's something to witness, and I really love it. But the longer that we're having to wait for this game, the more tensious this community is getting, and it's just harder to see us change from where we were before. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here for a new style of video today. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, do me a favor, help get this video to 200 likes. I would really like to see if you guys are enjoying this type of content. Let me know by smashing that like button. Now, with that being said, some of the negativity that we've been seeing is people suggesting that XDefiant is now going to be dead on arrival because it's probably no longer going to release in September. They're suggesting that the game is going to be completely dead when it releases in potentially October, which just doesn't make any sense. And let me tell you why it doesn't make any sense, okay? We have so many great things going for XDefiant from the gameplay side of things, and we all know this, so let's not pretend like XDefiant doesn't have all these amazing features going for it in the game itself. But you know what? For 1 second, let me assume that maybe these people are right, saying that it's going to be dead on arrival. Well, let me tell you why that's not going to stick around very long. The fact is, this game has a long-term commitment from Ubisoft. They are planning for the future for this game. They're looking at this from a multi-year perspective. We've got so much content in the pipeline, so many things that they are planning on doing with this game. It's not just gonna suddenly go away if it doesn't succeed super well in the first month of the game. Woohoo! There's a Titan kill, baby. And you guys know something else that actually is gonna definitely play in favor of XDefiant here pretty soon is the COD hype cycle. Now, you guys know how this works. Every year, COD gets an unbelievable amount of hype, which, you know, deserving or not, whatever the case may be. But the fact is, it's going to get a lot of hype here very, very soon, right? And you know what's going to happen after that hype? Here in about December, January, that hype is going to start to wear off. And people are not going to be as excited about the game anymore. It's just the cycle. It's just how things work. I'm not making an opinion on it. It's literally just how things happen every single year. We already know this. Hey, if you like what you're seeing here with this content and you want to see more live gameplay sort of things just like this, check out my Kick, link in the description. See every time I go live playing games just like this. So what does that mean for XDefiant? Well, it simply means that even if XDefiant does get into this point where it has a slow start potentially because of the excitement around Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, well, guess what? It's gonna do just fine because it's gonna find hype again right around that January time frame. I really feel like that's gonna happen because Modern Warfare 3's hype cycle is gonna slow down. It's how it works every year, year after year. Now, to be fair, I do want to make it clear, I'm not suggesting that Modern Warfare 3 is just gonna somehow be a bad game and people are gonna hate it, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that no matter if the game's good or not, the hype cycle for Call of Duty always works this way. We always see that it does well and then it eventually falters right around that New Year time frame. Also, this map, bro, is freaking cool. I love this. Woo, baby. Yo, this car with the gun runner perk is insane, bro. And you know what? There are so many things about XDefiant just by itself that are gonna make it fantastic. Whether the game comes out in September or comes out in October, it doesn't matter. The fact is, XDefiant doesn't have skill-based matchmaking, and we know how big of a deal that is. We live in a modern world where skill-based matchmaking is all over multiplayer games like this, and it has turned off so many people from playing them. Myself included, by the way. I have been in a position where I have not enjoyed multiple of the modern shooters out there because it's just not enjoyable to play, you know? Oh, I love that, bro. So good, man. So freaking good. Listen, I'll just tell you, skill-based matchmaking for me has definitely given me a lesser reason to play modern Call of Duties. I don't nearly have as much fun playing CODs of this day and age, at least for as long of a period of time, because by the time I get into the game, it's just gonna start to make me have to sweat over and over and over again. And in XDefiant, we're not going to have that reality. We're actually going to be able to play the game as we want for however long we want, and it's not going to punish us for being good at the game or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, you know what's important about XDefiant? Ping is king. We have seen this time and time again. People are so excited about XDefiant simply for the fact that it doesn't have skill-based matchmaking, and we're not going to have to worry about seeing the game make us regret hopping online. That was kind of crazy. Bro just got embarrassed. Man, bro, I'm on a roll punching these people. So here's the thing. Myself, I am extremely excited about XDefiant simply for the fact that it doesn't have skill-based matchmaking. It was literally the entire reason why I was even interested in XDefiant in the first place. It wasn't the gameplay. It wasn't the fact that it was made from Ubisoft. It wasn't any of those things. I was literally excited about XDefiant initially because I saw that it didn't have skill-based matchmaking. That was the #1 reason why I was enticed in the first place. You know, another reason that XDefiant is absolutely going to be able to be successful, whether or not it comes out in September or October, it's the fact that the game's free to play. The game is free to play, man. There's no barrier of entry for this game, whereas its direct competitor, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, has a $70 price point. It has a $70 barrier of entry versus XDefiant being free to play. That's huge, guys. You have to understand that is a huge difference maker for XDefiant. Are there a lot of negative connotations that come with free-to-play games? Absolutely, but that doesn't necessarily always mean that a game has to have the negative aspects of a free-to-play game. It just doesn't mean that. And to top it all off, the last little thing that I know for a fact will help XDefiant be successful is the fact that it's got a community-first, grassroots approach. The game is coming from a smaller studio, meaning that they are going to go out of their way to hit us with a little bit of a different perspective on things. They're going to be more personal, and that's going to be huge for us, the community. And if you're excited about the fact that this game has a community grassroots first approach, then check out this video on screen now where I go into more in-depth details about some of these things.